IDP camps has been dismantled, but there are still around 27 or 24 IDP camps still there.
No, 18.
18. Okay. 18 IDP camps. If Myanmar can resettle some people from the IDP camps, then the trust will be built up. So about the trust building, two things is most important. One, taking the zero line people and the resettlement of the people staying in the IDP camps. If these two things are taken, then the trust will be built up. Trust will not be built up with sort of automatically, because we have the breach of trust already. And even about the infrastructure development, Myanmar has made some houses, prefabricated houses. They have received some houses from India and China also. And as per our information, around 2,000 houses in total, or something like that. But if the people go back to Myanmar, as per our estimation, there will be around 200,000 houses for displaced people. So 2,000 versus 200,000 doesn't match. So how many people they can afford if they start going there? That's always a question. So that's why they have the doubt that if they go back, they will stay longer period in the IDP camps, in the reception centers. So I think there should be more houses to also build a trust among themselves. So this is the basically, and one more thing about the verified list, because we have already passed through 106,000 list of the names of the displaced persons to Myanmar government. And so far, we have received around less than 10,000 verified list. And there is a tricky issue in the verified list. One thing from a person, because there is a family unit, is very important. If we want to do the repatriation, we need the family unit verified as a whole. But what we see, from 5 persons in the family, 2 are verified and 5 or 3 are not found in the household list. So that creates a problem. So the number is increasing, but the family unit is not increasing as well. That's why it hampers the repatriation process. Because if I say, so 3 persons you are verified, you go, and 2 persons will remain in Bangladesh, they will never go back. So this is a very strong impediment of these people not to go. So I think Myanmar also take care of, because how a person, when 3 persons of a family are verified and 2 persons are not verified and they are not found in the household list, I'm not sure actually. So that's the main reason also hampering our repatriation process. And trust building, the third one that I missed up. So I told about 2 things for trust building. I missed 1 thing, now I'm telling it. So zero line people relocation and then IDP camps resettlement. Third point is the go and see visit, because if Myanmar is ready to take them back anytime, because Myanmar always said that they can take back these people anytime they want. But the thing is that we are requesting Myanmar government always to have a go and see visit, to take some of us, not exactly that Bangladesh should go, but international, basically the organization who is working, UNHCR, UNDP, and some persons from Rohingya community, they can go and see in person what is there. Otherwise, they will never believe what you say. So they will have to see in person, because the trust that you had, it has already broken. So build up the trust, go and see visit is a must. At least some of them should go there. I think even our friend from Chinese embassy, he is also here. So they also took some initiatives also, and they proposed something 1 + 1 = 2. That means 1 person will go and see and give us the information for 1 person here. So that means the go and see visit is a must. Someone will go see in person what is there, the infrastructure development and other issues. Then they will inform their family